not a lot of coverage. Those players are moving off the outpost, but it doesn't seem like they're actually watching that well.
There should be, yes, but like you can see, they're just hugging this hedgerow and they don't see anything. If they would have somebody a little bit more south, like hugging the edge of the map in those trenches or something, you could at least see those guys, and maybe you could even snipe that MG back, Alexei, who is sitting there in the back, and that would open up the push on the south quite easily.
Yeah, I feel like south is actually really going to be the key for Odd Company in order to get something going. North side, they've kind of been stonewalled, although to be fair, they haven't really put a lot of resources up there yet. That's really just been one squad doing what they can, and they're about trading evenly. But I would be curious, like at what point, we are 11 minutes deep into this match. At what point does the Odd Company team decide to elect for a different strategy?
We'll see. Even if they actually would take the ground on the south side, I don't think it would be something that would give them a victory or something. But it would at least stretch the DC a little bit more, and maybe the North squads could make a play.
Yeah, because so far I'm seeing Odd Company is just kind of stonewalled at the moment. They get a little bit of ground, and then DC trades, and then it evens out. I'm not.
Raven actually just heard me. He tried to push to that trench.
So it's a good idea. And actually, we have NVIDIA from DC who's in the trench, and I think Breakpoint's going to come in behind him.
He knows about him. He knows about him.
Does he know? Does he know?
Yeah. Gold-Raven gave the info.
Breakpoint and Breakpoint's chasing NVIDIA here in the trench. He knows he's there. Oh, and he gets him. So Breakpoint does his job.
Now it's the opening.
But there's a huge opening south side right now. I mean, massive opportunity to just sneak. Even one or two players in can do a lot of damage in the backfield in a match like this. And OC has got to see the map right now and see that there is this opening. At least I hope they do, because DC has really left the south side wide open.
Looks like the comms are not going there. They need some strat calls right now. Like, really, somebody just call it out, because Aztec needs to move his squad towards the south and just take it to numbers.
Be curious to see how it plays out. I think as Breakpoint goes down, it would have been nice if he had stayed up. Where are OC's outposts located right now?
They still haven't moved. There's one outpost by the glider, and one outpost just south of the glider, and then the next outpost just north of the glider by the red road.
And we're seeing DC now getting really aggressive. A squad lead and a rifleman starting to cross the field. I question the play a little bit.
They'll get an outpost soon.
They do get it, right? Astig
no, not yet.
Oh. Astig is still up. Oh, Ninja gets it.
Outpost is gone.
Now it's a 1v1. It's a 1v1 Ninja against Astig here. And they're right on top of each other.
I really like to see from DC right now. They recognize that Odd Company is stuck on that hedgerow, and they decided it's enough. Let's start pushing.
Yeah. No, it was a ballsy play. I like it. So be curious to see if Astig tries to reset his outpost and just immediately loses it. But man, there was such a good opening on the south side for OC there for a good 2 or 3 minutes, and it just wasn't exploited. And I agree. I do question now with that OP going down. Like, you probably should move that outpost. And it looks like the north side for OC has also kind of collapsed a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's looking very bad right now. They're getting flanked. You know what that reminds me a little bit of? The Odd Company getting stuck on these hedgerows. It reminds me of the game against Arrow that they played on Rule, when they were just stuck and could not move up any hedge.
Right. And I feel like we're seeing that play out a little bit. And I just think that, one of the interesting things that develops in this tournament is I think teams, develop a little bit of an ego. They have a little bit of confidence. They have a little bit of like, okay, we can do this. We can do that. And so far, OC, I think, feels like they're able to match DC 1-for-1 in terms of shooting. But thus far, they can trade. But the problem is that I think that makes them feel like they can go just line up against DC in advance. But, the key for OC right now is they really need to stack some squads and move together as a group on one section of this map. Because the wide approach, they've tried it the last 15 minutes. We're now 15 minutes left. I really feel like Odd Company's got to try a little bit of a different strategy here. They got to try something else.
Yeah, it does look like that The squads feel like they should be able to push through alone. They're not asking for help. They're not like asking for numbers.
Yeah, it just seems too spread out. It
Yeah.
just there's openings that are available, and it just feels kind of spread out right now for the OC team. Like they had this absolutely massive, and I can't believe that it wasn't getting called out on the south side. I mean, the squad leader was down there. It was wide open, and that was a huge opening. I mean, you could have just walked pretty much right to the DC outpost in the backfield there without much of an opposition at all. So I think both teams may be struggling with communication a little bit here early on. We still have 15 minutes to go, plenty of time. But I really feel like Odd Company needs to try a little bit of a different approach because they're now kind of getting boxed out. I mean, it's just about a box out. It's not quite, but it's close.
It's getting very tough right now for Odd Company, I think, because DC are getting really close to their southern outpost. Aztec cannot place his outpost because Ninja Pulver is just blocking him.
It's actually, now that you mention it, they've been sitting on top of each other there for a while. And that means that for this entire time, Odd Company has not been able to, spawn that squad in on an OP. But look south side. Odd Company has the opportunity here if they can just get around. There is a little bit of an opening. And
Horton should be hearing that. I think he's coming that. He should be coming that.
So we'll see how this shakes out. But if Golreven and Ebla can get some key kills here.
They don't know.
One goes down. So Golreven and Ebla stay alive. Juspin is in the trench line and MG is directly above them. But there's an opening here. OC has an opportunity south side. They can push up here.
Look at this Juspin Wrath.
I don't know.
He can actually make a play here.
What's Juspin doing? He's going to set his OP up on the side? What's the play here?
I think he's just wrathing.
He's looking. Yeah, I think he's just looking. Ooh, they don't see each other. They're. Oh no.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad. If Breakpoint moves his outpost.
Yeah,
no, but the media should calm this.
Yeah, Juspin now is running on the line. But his squad members go down on his left, so now maybe I wonder what Juspin's thinking here. Is he going to pivot backwards?
He's actually on the line. Let's see how referees actually judge Juspin. Okay, he's dead. Doesn't matter.
He's dead, but that's big because now OC Breakpoint has gotten in south side, and Assault player is still sitting up there for the DC team.
Aztec squads needs to move there right now.
Yeah. This is the opening. Like OC needs to send a second squad south side and really exploit this because a lot of DC are center and north where there are no enemies at all. You see this, right?
What I hate to see right now is that nobody's just holding W and pushing behind the lines because that's the opening that you need to be like.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like OC is nervous.
See, there's not there.
And now, okay. So Ebla is now going to make the run. I've been curious as to who's going to try and make this run. Ebla now running, and he should just W mouse one, or not even W mouse one. He should just W all the way as far as he can. They really opened up a great opportunity, and they're just not exploiting it on the south side.
This came a little bit too late though from Ebla.
Yeah, now he's going to get surrounded here. Sirius is looking for him. Oh, he's got a bandage.
And you make the sound when you're doing the bandage.
Yes, yes. Now he's alive still, but he's getting shot at. I think he's reloading. He just reloaded.
Okay, what I really want to see right now, what's Golreven gonna do? Never mind.
It's amazing how that happens, right? Commentators curse. There's a 1v1. Ebla and Sirius. If Ebla can kill Sirius and run to the backline, he's home free. He is absolutely home free.
Big play coming up from DC right now. They're really close to destroy the outpost on the north side. Let's see what it actually brings when they lose the outpost on the north side. Are they going to go back to the north, or maybe they're going to
maybe change the angle? We're seeing a crawling war happening between Ebla and Sirius. Oh, and Ebla gets him. So Ebla now has a little bit of an opening south side. He's fought for it. He's got it.
Alexi is just suppressing that area.
Yeah, so now he's just got to wait it out. And he just needs to stop. That MG just needs to stop firing him. And maybe he can make a run. But that's a really good opening. I mean, look. I mean, south side now wide open. North side not looking good for OC, but south side is certainly there and is open for the taking.
And looks like actually company on the north side have traded quite well. They lost the outpost, but they won some ground.
It's opening up a little bit now. I feel like the front line is not super well defined at this point, and both teams are kind of running a little bit now. Ninja Pulver, though, has he moved from that glider? He's been on that glider for like the last 6-7 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's the same thing he did against training camp, though.
So, it is a little dangerous for
Where's his
Ninja.
outpost?
It's pretty far back. It's not under any kind of threat right now. It's
No,
just...
but pretty far back. Is it the closest strong point, or is it like?
It's about 50 meters to the west of the strong point, I'd say.
So pretty far, actually.
Yeah, it's safe from being hit, but it is kind of far from the fight. So, as we see, there is an AT player from the OC team that has run in, and I don't know if anyone sees him. This is Squinty. He's just kind of laying down. Oh, no, he's shooting, so they know where he is. So Squinty's probably going to get found here.
Okay, I'm actually starting to like what the Out Company is trying to do. Like, they're currently trying to spread out a little bit. They're not pushing on the hedgerow anymore, but they're trying to get wider angle on these hedges so they can actually see enemies. But what they forgot to do is to push alongside these hedgerows now.
An AT player, Squinty, is home alone right now inside of, really kind of inside DC's line, and he's getting kind of close to Able Outpost.
What's he gonna do? What is he going to go for Biker's outpost or for Ninja's outpost?
I think he's going for Blikers, and Bliker doesn't see him, and now he's in the... Oh, this is a big play here.
Okay. Somebody come.
Yeah, oh yeah, it got proxied. Bliker is looking. They're gonna run into each other eventually. Squinty drops him, but he's got it. Oh, but he doesn't see the outpost. He went right past it. Squinty. Oh no! If Squinty finds that outpost, that is a whole new game for OC. That really opens everything up, and he gets it. So that's a good play. And it's before the spawn comes back in. He goes down, but the job is done there. So Squinty at least is going to open up this north side maybe a little bit for OC as we get below 10 minutes to go in this match.
That company needs to try north right now.
Yep. North is the play. But now, as we say that, two squads are now south side as the opening.
It's fine. This one squad can actually out-trade the guys, but it doesn't look so.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're able to. And the squad leader just went down. Yeah, and it looks like... Again, an opening is found. Odd Company gets the opening. They find space, but then the team behind them isn't able to follow up. But as I say that, south side now really opening up for Odd Company.
And the outpost on the south side is still there, right? In the trench. It may go down soon.
Yeah, it's close. And
I'll see them spawning in, and that's going to be the end of them.
I think a player for... Oh, no. Justman is still in. Okay. Justman died. I thought for a second there Justman got kicked for boundary, but he's still in. Ninja Pulver still sitting on that glider, which I think is an interesting play. And now we're seeing like OC trying to advance south. And there was this huge opportunity north, and they've just been kind of stonewalled. They haven't been able to gain ground, and it's allowing the squad lead for them to get back in. Although he hasn't set the OP yet, so we'll see where he puts it.
You know what we've actually forgot during this game?
What?
It's been so even that we forgot that DC is actually playing with one less man.
No, I think I think it's 17v17.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like they decided to even the sides. That was the call that was made by the admin team. So it originally was shaped up to be 18v18, and then I think they decided that they would even it up at 17. So it has been an even match up to this point. Time's starting to get low. 6 minutes now. Oh boy.
It kind of feels like our company's just been stuck in the same place for a long time.
Absolutely, they've been stuck. They've been a little stuck here, and they just have not been able to get where they need to go. They're not even
trying to push up right now.
I mean, maybe they're trying to do a last-second push here to try and get somewhere, take them by surprise. I don't know, but I mean, just look at the raw amount of MG fire that is suppressing Odd Company right now is pretty hard to deal with. Like, you can't really hit any openings.
Really, you should hear the guy next to you. What's going on?
It's really been kind of like a really close fight here on the southern hedge line the whole time. I think in the debrief after this, no matter what happens, I do feel like quickly automatic rifleman and a rifleman right next to each other. Nvidia and Billy. Nvidia looking for Billy. I think. Does he see him?
I think he heard him.
Billy, they're just kind of staring each other down right now. Oh, Billy's getting aggressive. I like that. Billy now run. Oh, NVIDIA comes in behind.
Burn.
Oh,
1 second too late.
Just a second too late. Really, really close. Really, really nice job there.
Well, DC are actually doing what they need to do, essentially. I'm not maybe a fan of that outpost on the south side trench, because they essentially need to push from the point towards the south. But it so far has been working for them. They just hold the line. I think Ninja Pool are just holding that hedgerow there as well. So patiently is giving them a little bit more confidence in knowing where Odd Company actually is. Like, he's just controlling everything. He's reading the map.
Yeah.
So,
at first, I was a little questioning Ninja Pulver's positioning there, but I can see the advantage of it now that he's alone and he's been there, and I don't think anyone is been recognized. Sorry, I don't think anyone from OC has recognized that he really is there. Oh, and he finally goes down. So, okay, so that maybe gives a bit of an opening, but maybe a bit of a communication breakdown. You know, we're sub 4 minutes, and Odd Company has got to go somewhere. I mean, time now really getting low, and they've got to just go for it and really start to get risky. I think once you're below 3 minutes, you know, you just kind of toss caution out the window and you just go for it, right?
Odd Company is making a really good push for south right now.
Yes,
they're
are
really close to actually get the.
Oh, and a grenade drops a squad leader, and if they can get that outpost, that really changes. Everyone from DC just goes down south side. But I think
they're gonna miss the wave.
Yep. 2 spawn in, a rifleman and an MG spawn in, but a huge opening just created. Oh, another grenade goes in, and that OP goes down. OP goes down. So 1 outpost now for DC down on the south side. You're right, that was a little bit of a questionable position, and it does actually come back to bite them. So OC loses that push, but they do buy themselves a little bit of time with that outpost going down. That squad now has to run all the way back in from base. So I think they can.
12 guys south right now.
Yep.
Run.
Everyone south just needs to run. You get a little bit of space.
Edge, throw grenades, shoot rockets in that trench where that MG is sitting, and just run.
And it looks like DC is going to be careful here. And DC is holding numbers in and around the actual strong point circle to ensure that there's no contest, which I don't think is I don't think that's a bad idea. But it does mean, as this other squad needs to run in, that OC might have a little bit of an opening south side. So, you know, smart on both sides, I understand.
The thing is, if Odd Company kills these guys that are sitting on the south side, they'll have to spawn on the garrison.
Correct. But so far, DC is holding on and allowing this squad, easy squad from DC, able to run back in. And now 2 minutes to go. OC just is not able to cross this field. They just haven't been able to cross this field in any kind of serious numbers. And it has really been their downfall thus far. They get so close, and then they just can't get the final, like, 20 meters or so to the strong point.
They're not getting angles on those guys for some reason. They're getting shot, but they're not finding angles to shoot back.
And it looks like Easy Squad is now arriving back into the zone. And Easy has set his OP all the way in the back corner, which I think is an interesting play. So Easy Outpost is very far from the strong point in case this does go to a contest. That's something to keep an eye on.
But this is essentially what I actually wanted from them before, because now you can see NVIDIA sitting in the spot that they should have utilized much like back in time already, like, because it has clear vision on the hedgerow where they're pushing up right now.
A squad leader at the very end here. We're below a minute, so really time getting down here for the Odd Company team. Steven has broken through on the north side. I think it might be a little too late, though. I don't really know what he's going to be able to do with this much time. And now look at the concentration of DC in and around the circle. They're really just kind of they're just kind of putting everyone in the circle and being like, yep, we're going to just try and finish this off, not allow capture progress. That's a pretty mature decision there from DC.
DC has held pretty well this game.
And I think we're headed to a match 2 with DC up 1-0. I think they did what they had to do. It wasn't exactly pretty at moments. They got the job done. They left openings that OC could have exploited. And I think OC, when they watch this, will be like, there really were chances. But as we hit the expiry of time, DC takes match 1. And they take a 1-0 lead
DC
in
win.
this best of 3 in losers round 6. So now we head to a match 2. OC as the 4th seed is now going to get to make their selections in a match 2. So now, OC will have something practiced and they'll get an opportunity. But
Let's see what they pick, but I think actually they're gonna pick Hospice if that would be my guess.
that would be my guess as well. That's what we've seen thus far this tournament. DC has really liked Hospice, so or sorry, OC has
And
really liked Hospice. So
yeah, and DC hate Hospice.
so that might lead to something good here. We are going to cut away for a few minutes. We need to go set up match 2. Come back in about 20-25 minutes, and we will be bringing you match 2 action of losers round 6 between DC and OC here in the Hell Let Loose Summer Invitational. And Jem, you'll be sticking around?
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. We'll be back in just a little bit, everybody. Thanks.